As we previously discussed, the extrusion process is divided into three types: direct or forward extrusion, indirect or backward extrusion, and the third one is impact extrusion. In examination perspective, sometimes impact extrusion is asked for 5 marks. It is again a very important short question. So, in the previous slide already we completed the forward extrusion and the backward extrusion, and also about the difference between them. Now, we start knowing about impact extrusion. Impact extrusion is the most common process for extruding soft materials, also called backward extrusion process. The sludge for making the component is kept on the die and punch strikes the slug. Because of the impact force, side wall goes straight along the punch. The height depends upon the height of the sludge, commonly used for making collapsible tubes and containers. Now you can see in this slide, you are having a punch and having a die. So first of all, the sludge is put on the top of the die, and you are having a punch which is suddenly strike on the die, so that to force out the sludge into it. So it is sometimes known as because sudden force, that is known as impact. That is why the name came from impact extrusion. It is similar to indirect extrusion actually. Here the punch is rapidly forced on the die blank, which gets indirectly extruded on the punch to give a tubular section. The length of the tube formed is controlled by the amount of metal in the sludge or by the blank thickness. Again, the application parts: collapsible tubes for pastes and extruded by this method are prepared. Now we can go through the difference between hot versus cold extrusion. Already we will discuss in the previously about hot working process and cold working process. The same formula we can put here also. If in the hot working process we first heat the material above its recrystallization temperature and thereby working like that. To continue with it, in the hot extrusion process, the metal billet is heated above its recrystallization temperature and thereby put into the metal chamber. And after putting the hot billet into the metal chamber, the ram is forced that metal billet to pass out through the die. So it is simply termed as hot extrusion process. As the work material is heated above its recrystallization temperature, thereafter it is get put inside the chamber to force it out through the die. It is simply named as hot extrusion process. Here in hot extrusion process, reduces strength and increases ductility of the metal, permitting more size reductions and more complex shape. As the work metal is heated to its recrystallization temperature, the metal increase the ductility properties. So it is more reduction of the metal takes place. Again, if that same phenomenon, again if the metal billet is not heated to its recrystallization That means in general it can put it in the atmospheric temperature into the extrusion chamber directly without any heating, and working is takes place, matlab extrusion is takes place, then it is simply known as cold extrusion. In cold extrusion, generally used to produce disintegrated parts, the term impact extrusion is used to indicate high speed cold extrusion. Here in this slide we can see the both examples how the hot extrusion and cold extrusions are taking place. Here first of all we discuss about the hot extrusion. Hot extrusion is done at firmly high temperature. Approximately 50 to 75% of the melting point of the metal. That means we heat the work billet to its recrystallization temperature, which is 50 to 75% of the melting point of that work material, and thereafter we put it into the metal chamber, and by the help of the plunger we will force it out through the die. So heavy reduction can be takes place due to increase in ductility and reduce in the strength. In the same phenomenon, it is the most commonly used extrusion process is the hot direct extrusion process. It is simply termed as in direct extrusion, hot extrusion is mostly carried over. Due to the high temperature and low pressure is determine the effect on the die life. Because we are using hot work metal, so it reduces the die tool life. That means the machine where the dies get fitted, the heavy reduction of the tool life should be there. Then we discuss about the cold extrusion process. As we already discussed, in cold extrusion process we are directly put the billet without heating. So in cold extrusion is the process done at room temperature or slightly elevated temperature. This process can be used for most materials subjected to desiring robust enough tooling that can be withstand the stress created by the extrusion. For example, of the metals that can be extruded are lead. That means in cold extrusion process, the materials which are generally get extruded are named as lead, tin, aluminium alloys, copper, titanium, palladium, vanadium and steel. Examples, if we go through the examples, then example is paste that can cold extruded and are collapsible tubes, aluminium cans, cylinders, gear blanks. These are the some commonly extruded parts which we are commonly used in daily to day lives, are the most common example of the cold extrusion process. Now some advantages of the cold extrusions are no oxidation takes place. That means we are not heating the raw material or billet, we can say the billet to its recrystallization temperature. So if we are not heating it, so there is no chances of any oxidation. So in cold extrusion we are not having any oxidation takes place. Good mechanical properties due to severe cold working as long as the temperature created are below the recrystallization temperature. Again, the most common or the most achievable thing what we get in the cold extrusion is good surface finish with use of that means very good surface finish we can achieve by cold extrusion process in comparison to hot extrusion process. These are the some difference between hot extrusion and cold extrusion.